Hey everybody, it's Chris again. And in this week's Bridge Towards Wealth, we will answer how can you protect your assets with a trust? Now, as a business owner or a high earner, you've worked hard to accumulate your wealth. And while growing your assets is undoubtedly essential, protecting them should also be prioritized. Now, one of the most tried and true strategies to shield your investment assets from various risks is through the use of a trust. We'll explore the ins and outs of this strategy, the different types of trusts available, and the pros and cons of opting for a trust structure. So first of all, what is a trust? In layman's terms, a trust is a legal entity created to hold assets for the benefit of specific individuals or entities known as beneficiaries. The trust is managed by a trustee who has a fiduciary duty to manage the trust assets in the best interest of the beneficiaries. Trust can hold various types of assets, including real estate, stocks, bonds, and even cash. So what are some general types of trusts? First, you have a revocable trust, and this is easily altered or canceled by the trust maker during their lifetime. An irrevocable trust cannot be altered without the permission of the beneficiary. A living trust is created while the trust maker is alive. A testamentary trust is created as part of a will and takes effect after the trust maker's death. And then a family trust, which is specifically designed for the benefit of family members. So what are some advantages of investing and placing assets in a trust? First of all, asset protection. Perhaps the most significant advantage of a trust is asset protection. And in an irrevocable trust, assets are generally protected from creditors, lawsuits, and sometimes even divorce settlements, depending on your jurisdiction and circumstances. Another advantage is estate planning, because trusts are beneficial in avoiding probate, thereby speeding up the process of distributing assets to your beneficiaries, and they also offer a level of confidentiality not present in wills. Some tax benefits, and the specific tax benefits vary depending on the type of trust and jurisdiction, but some trusts do offer ways to minimize estate or income taxes. Another benefit is succession planning. A family trust can be a helpful vehicle for passing down your assets to younger generations in an organized manner while providing for stipulations that can guide when and how the assets are to be used. So what are some disadvantages of investing and placing assets in a trust? First of all, complexity. Creating and managing a trust involves a level of complexity that other investment vehicles just don't have. It's crucial to have expert legal and financial advice to navigate the many rules and regulations around this complexity. Trusts also are not cheap to set up or maintain. Initial legal fees, ongoing trustee fees, and other administrative fees absolutely can add up. In addition, there's also limited control because once an asset is in an irrevocable trust, you generally can't take it back out or change the trust terms. Make sure this lack of control aligns with your long-term goals. Also, there's some tax complexity. While trusts can offer tax advantages, they can also complicate your tax situation. And some types of trusts have different tax rates and requirements, necessitating specialized tax planning and potential higher tax prep fees. So who should consider this strategy? First, high net worth individuals. If you have a significant amount of assets, the benefit of asset protection and estate planning might outweigh the disadvantages of costs and complexity. Secondarily, business owners, because trusts can protect business assets and allow for a smooth transition of business ownership. And third, people with specific estate planning needs. If you have unique family situations like special needs children, a trust can offer much more specialized care and financial arrangements. So what are some real world examples of how trusts benefit different individuals? Because a trust isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. It requires some really nuanced consideration based on individual circumstances. To help demystify the advantages and challenges of such an approach, let's delve into a couple fictional yet relatable stories. Each tale represents a different segment of individuals who may benefit from this strategy, high net worth individuals and business owners alike. So let's talk about Alex, the high net worth Gen X entrepreneur. So Alex is a Gen X entrepreneur in his early 40s, is the founder of a successful cybersecurity firm. His net worth has soared to 25 million thanks to the firm's growth and some investments in the market. While Alex enjoys his work and has no plans to retire anytime soon, he's concerned about how to best manage his increasing wealth for long-term benefit. He wants to provide for his family's future and also make a lasting impact through philanthropy. So the trust solution is that given his inclination towards philanthropy and the need for asset protection, Alex opts for a charitable lead annuity trust, or CLAT. In this structure, Alex transfers a portion of his stocks into the trust. The CLAT is designed to pay a fixed annuity to one or more charities for a set number of years, after which the remaining assets go back to Alex or his heirs. So the benefits here, from asset protection standpoint, by moving assets into the CLAT, Alex shields them from potential future creditors and any legal entanglements that his cybersecurity business might face. From a tax efficiency standpoint, the charitable lead payments result in immediate tax deductions for Alex. And furthermore, if the assets grow in value within the trust, they can be transferred back to him or his heirs with little or no estate or gift taxes. From strategic philanthropy, the annuity payments to the charities allow Alex to make a meaningful impact now rather than waiting until retirement or beyond. And from a family provision standpoint, the remaining assets in the trust can either revert back to Alex, providing an additional layer of retirement savings, or be distributed to his heirs, thereby benefiting his family in a tax-efficient manner. By setting up a CLAT, Alex efficiently and effectively meets his asset protection and tax planning goals while fulfilling philanthropic aspirations, all without affecting his current lifestyle or business activities. Our second example is Raj, the business owner. So a little background here, Raj owns a thriving chain of organic food stores. He's married with 2 children, and he wants to ensure that the business remains within the family after his retirement or death without the burden of estate taxes. So let's talk about the trust solution. To add an extra layer of protection and succession planning to his organic food chain, Raj takes a 2-tiered approach involving a family limited partnership, or FLP, and an irrevocable life insurance trust, or an ILIT. So step 1 is creating the FLP. So he places the business into this entity. And in an FLP, there are 2 types of partners: general partners, who manage the business and are personally liable for the partnership's debts, and limited partners, who are investors and not personally liable beyond their contribution. So Raj retains the role of a general partner to keep control over the day-to-day operations, while the limited partnership interests are allocated to an irrevocable trust that benefits his wife and his children. So step 2, Raj then creates the irrevocable trust, naming his wife and children as beneficiaries. He transfers the limited partnership interests of the FLP into this trust. From the asset distribution standpoint, Raj's wife has the option to receive income from the trust during her lifetime, and upon her passing, the assets will be equally divided amongst the children. Step 3 is an irrevocable life insurance trust, or ILIT. And so to ensure that his heirs won't be burdened by estate taxes and can effectively sustain the business and have adequate liquidity, Raj takes out a life insurance policy and places it in this ILIT. So upon Raj's death, the life insurance payout goes to the ILIT, providing the liquidity needed to cover the estate taxes, other administrative costs, as well as providing some liquidity perhaps to run the business without requiring the sale of any business assets. From an asset protection standpoint, by structuring the business as an FLP and allocating limited partnership interest to an irrevocable trust, Raj protects these assets from personal creditors and lawsuits. The use of the irrevocable trust in the ILIT helps minimize estate taxes, both by removing assets from Raj's taxable estate and by providing a tax-free life insurance payout to cover any remaining estate tax liability. So from a succession planning standpoint, the trust allows for an orderly transition of business ownership and ensures that the business remains within the family. The ILIT guarantees that there are sufficient funds to pay estate taxes, preventing the need to sell off business assets as well. As the general partner in the FLP, Raj can continue to manage and grow his business as he sees fit without interference from the trust beneficiaries. By taking this multifaceted approach, Raj achieves his goals of asset protection, tax efficiency, and a well-planned succession strategy, ensuring the longevity and prosperity of both his family and his business. As these stories illustrate, investing and placing your assets in a trust offers diverse benefits based on individual needs. High net worth individuals like Alex can optimize their tax benefits and legacy planning, and business owners like Raj can ensure seamless and tax-efficient succession. To determine if a trust is the right fit for your circumstances, consult with professionals specializing in trust planning, estate law, and tax strategy. Remember, the devil is in the details, and each trust is as unique as the person who establishes it. Investing through his trust can offer asset protection, estate planning advantages, potential tax benefits, and an organized vehicle for succession planning. However, this strategy comes with its own set of challenges, including complexity, costs, and limited control. Given these complexities, it's essential to consult with professionals who can guide you through the nuances of the strategy. By taking a balanced approach and weighing the pros and the cons, you can make a well-informed decision that aligns your investments with your long-term goals. If you'd like to explore if a trust is the right strategy for your needs, don't hesitate to reach out to professionals well-versed in wealth management and estate planning. Did I mention I'm well-versed in wealth management? Please feel free to reach out if I can be of any assistance.